brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here with a 35-player free-for-all battle here in Scandinavia. Full sending is allowed. We're trying to mix it up. Here we're starting in this middle spot though. I like my starting location. I think we can get big enough to survive. If not, well, you know, you never see this. Anyways, let's get going here, see what we can do. We have Shodan to the left of us. Hello, sir. And I think we have about 4 or 5 players around us. We're gonna have to play our cards right, make sure that we're hitting our marks and not screw anything up. Again, really need to get big. We have an Android user 948, an India player, and ASD. ASD is a little bit handicapped because he's got that Pharaoh guy, Pharaoh Yar, however you say that. Whenever there's lines through the O's, it's I'm not getting it right. Anyways, we'll keep expanding here. We're looking pretty good. Do have that early crown with still a little bit more expansion to get. Now, we will probably lose the crown in the mid game or after the bot phase, but we'll need to try and be as aggressive as possible with the bots while also not sacrificing too many troops, which does sound counterintuitive, but it is possible if we pick our targets correctly, and that's what we're going to have to really be focusing on here. So we'll just be expanding in whatever direction we can possibly go just to make sure that that happens. Not really looking to cut anybody off from any direction, just trying to get big. And fortunately for us, still have a few more targets here. We are flirting with the crown, but right behind him in Finland, you can see the right of your screen. Let's just keep going. Grab this, and then we can get this last spot right here. We actually do cut off India and the rest of the north and the south, kind of. Android user 948 and India are cut off by us, which might be a mistake, could be to our benefit, but we'll just save up for right now. No need to play our hand early in this, especially in games with full sending. You definitely want to be a little bit more cautious with people you attack. So we'll be cautious ourselves as we just kind of watch the rest of the world here. And yeah, nobody's really captured is really becoming a big threat. Finland is going to be a threat, but he's in the middle. I'm not sure how much we're going to have to deal with him. Shodan's offering us an alliance. I don't really like to take alliances in games with full sends because if I didn't turn around and attack that person, they're going to take it extra personally. So we will just be cautious in building up. Red interest is at 2 million, so we got a long ways to go before we can start to do that. Shodan is going into the white player down south in Denmark. A good move on his part. ASD's left to become a bot. That is nice. That gets us somebody who we can attack without having to necessarily pay the full price piper, if you will. Still going to wait for that to develop a little bit lower, as that was the first attack that bot had given us. It's mostly attacking India to the north. So we'll be a little bit cautious here. Android user, whoa. I missed your guys' blood feud, but I'm happy to be benefiting from it as that puts us back in the top 10 conversation. Shodan is mad about that. I would be too, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, and now we're just going to eat you as well. Now, I'm not going to go into Denmark. I don't really think I can boat down there in time, and honestly, I have more targets up north, especially with India also becoming a bot. Let's finish up ASD as Finland. We now share borders with. Not the biggest fan of that, but we are the crown. So, again, just trying to save up to our red interest, which is now 5 million. Russia, you want an alliance? I might take that. I like that one because it separates us and the crown. Finland is going into India, which means now I'm kind of forced into joining this as well, even though I did want to save up a little bit more before doing this. There's a lot of opportunity to the north, so we definitely need to be pushing up there and making sure not to get caught off by Finland ourselves. So that attack should carry us all the way through, and then we can go into this black player. I don't even know how to say this. Sean will knock him down as well, and that gives us even more options as to who to attack next. Now we're going to be a little bit cautious because WSU has 1 million troops and Echo has 2 million. We are at 6 million, so we're doing just fine. My next target's probably going to be Crawl. I like that. I don't want to go down south at all. There's a full send. Wow, okay, let's grab a little bit of that land ourselves. And then I kind of want to attack Crawl. Let's just go into him right now. We already have such an advantage on troops. This will give us ugly borders, but Finland actually kind of comes to our rescue a little bit. Blocks off that puke color player to the right of us from bordering us, which is nice because now it leaves us in Finland in a direct 1v1. Everyone's gonna have to fight Finland. We're gonna join in on this as well, as we are saying at red interest. Now I'm a little bit worried about Married and 449 attacking me together. Finland's upset because he wants an alliance brother. It's not going to happen like that. I understand I could go into Married right now, but I think the smarter play is just to knock you down and play a little bit more border. There's a full send opportunity. Let's grab this land. see what we can do. We're not at 160,000 pixels, so we're not quite moving faster than everybody else, but that is perfectly fine. And I honestly think I go into married right now. He doesn't have the troops to support his red interest mark, or he's not at his red interest mark, so let's go ahead and start hammering him down right now. He gives us the yawning symbol. Brother, don't worry, it's a slow game. I'm not going to waste my troops to get baited into over attacking. You will go down in plenty of time, as we have about a 30,000 pixel advantage over him. 449 is not attacking us, which is good, so we don't have to deal with that front. Now we are in a little bit complicated of a situation, as if we get full synth by married, SGE gets all the land, and that could be difficult in the end game. So I might consider switching targets and fighting 449, but invoking another fight when I haven't even won this one is not good. Russia boomed. Oh gosh, no, that's bad. That gets us direct borders on SGE right now. Oh buddy, we can get a little bit extra land down here. Okay, we have got to figure out what to do here. Okay, you've left to become a bot. Slightly helpful. We gotta fight you. We gotta fight you. He's at 20 million. Ah, jeez. But he's gonna have a harder time recuperating his troops. Married full sent us. Oh, thank you so much. You could have won the game, and instead you sacrificed yourself because you weren't patient. What a nice come up for us. And now we're unstoppable. SGE realizes this and is trying to give us a lot of attacks to try and close the gap in terms of troops and land. But alas, brother, it's not going to happen. You were just a little bit short. We're 40,000 pixels ahead in first place. The only other person on the board is a bot, which granted that bot only has me to attack, but bot is not going to be able to do the work necessary to take us out. So we'll just start knocking down SGE here, and I kind of want to go into the bot up north as well. I don't want to waste troops, especially when me and SGE are kind of in a blood feud, if you will. But let's just go ahead, clear this guy out. SGE, you can tell, is a little bit of a skilled player. He's attacking towards the end of the vertical bar filling up, which is when you get a little bit of a bonus. So attacking at the end can also make sure that you get an extra bonus, but also deny your opponent from getting that bonus. So he's a smart player, but this is not a winnable situation, as we have 60% of the land, and we'll just be able to slowly but surely start to whittle him down with our superior troops. He's giving big attacks, and we're able to counter them with much smaller attacks. So the borders aren't moving. We'll go ahead and increase our attacks here because the game is essentially over. He's increased his attacks once again, though. So we'll start knocking him down. He's down to 10 million troops. A well-played game by him, but he does leave and becomes a bot. So we will just wrap him up here. Well done to you, sir. Sorry that the game ended in that way. You know, I really thought you guys could have won in that fashion if Merritt had stayed alive, but instead he full sent me, which was the key to victory in this one, is just being a little bit patient, and things worked out for us. We got a little bit lucky in that one, but we put ourselves in a position to get lucky. So let's go ahead and clear out the rest of the board here, get to 99%, and all these little islands gots to go. Grab this, and is that 99%? Do I need to go more islands? I got more islands. Okay, let's grab the last couple islands we need. I thought I sent a boat here, and this should be it. Okay, so GG's to all involved on this one, and we'll go on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be a 35-player teams battle here in the swamp. We are on the green team. No other corgis in this one. Very sad. Let's go ahead and expand. We picked our spot in the top right, and there is a player that on the white team that did come in here at the last second, and I do see a player on the black team also came in. So was initially a pretty god tier spot, is now alas gone by the wayside, but we could still make something out of this if we play our cards right. We'll have to kind of face off against the two-headed dragon of the white team and the black team. Hopefully we can get somebody to help us. We don't really have we started on the opposite side of our of the map from our team, so we are very much doing this alone, but I very much enjoy kind of being on my own. It allows for a little bit more diplomacy with other teams and a little bit more opportunity for myself, because I'm not having to compete with land that I can't ever get with, you know, fighting well for land that my team's getting as well. So we'll be in this battle with the player on the white team. Do want to kind of cut him off, especially as he is a way out from in the north, so he won't be guaranteed to be fighting me. But we need to be expanding in every direction as best as possible. We are in the top 10, but not quite where we want to be. We want to be fighting for that 1-2 spot in this position, and we're all the way down in 8th right now. Not quite able to cut off mower. Oh wait, never mind. We can get up on it through another bot. We'll keep pushing down south. as Sui is a little bit on the weaker side himself. So we might be able to encapsulate him. He's voted down south, which I don't mind. We do have that crown. Finally, we're able to get that. And that's kind of the benefit of starting away from your teammates, is you do have the opportunities to get this. Now, this could be a blessing and a curse, because we can very much incur the wrath of a coalition against us. But for right now, it's looking good. We have a good amount of troops to support ourselves. Mower is probably going to be the person I'm most worried about. Hello, you don't have any troops. Jump in on this real quick. Grab a little bit extra land. Now, we do have Zalaros below us on our team, and he might be able to help us out with Sui, but other than that, we are alone. And I am very aware of the red team's little coalition to the northwest. That's very scary. Our team is doing okay down south. Echo Mr. Brain is doing very well for himself. The green team by itself is doing very well. We control 4 of the top 5 spots. So we are a big, strong team. Now, that could, again, hurt us with people looking at us bad. India Boss is getting absolutely obliterated by the red team. I don't necessarily want to help that. I'm much more interested in saving up my troops for right now. But I do think we're going to have to get involved at some point. Unfortunately, there's a full send. Now, that's our time to get involved. Grab what little land we can. Fortunately, we don't share borders with the second red player. And you're offering me an alliance. I don't really want that, nor do I want to get involved in a fight with you, because I think that would incur Sui and Mower to fight me. Mower is fighting the purple player, though. That might be a good opportunity for us to fight Mower and take him down. Now, we could take out the weaker player, but honestly, I think that would just incur a team up from red and white fighting me. So I'd much rather fight the white player and take him down. And I could also fight Sui, but I don't think that's super beneficial right now. I'd much rather take out the bigger threat, which is Mower right now. So we'll be cautious. Echo down south has the crown. So we could just sit by and do nothing and wait for our teammates to come rescue us. But I'm going to take a little bit more of an active role here and start to fight for the crown myself. I don't know if I'm going to get it in this game, but you know, the green team is looking very strong. We have 38% of the land. So let's go ahead and start taking down Mower. I do see that the yellow player is going down. Again, I don't want to have anything to do with that, because I don't want to touch the second red player. I think that would be a death sentence for me. And we'll just keep focusing on Mower up north. Take an alliance with you for right now, because I feel like I'm going to need help with this red player. We'll start knocking him down. I see Zalaros is fighting Sui. Oh, there's a full send. Is fighting Sui. Grab this land, try and deny it from the red player. As Echo's made his way up north, Echo's going to be able to fight the red player, but I'm sure he's got some more stuff to do down south. We just need to keep our focus in on taking out Mower. He does leave and becomes a bot, which is wonderful for us. Right now, our goal is to deny the red player as much land as possible, but alas, he's able to get in here. Get here. We just need to deny him as much land as possible so that we strengthen our team's chances of winning. And there we go. That's the end of our 2 neighbors. And now we just have the giant red player that we have to fight. He's only 20,000 pixels ahead of us, and Echo's done. He's captured all the south with SPQR and Zalaros. So we're in a great position to win the game. He's going over to finish off that yellow player to deny the red team a little bit extra land. He's fighting the strongest red player. I'm going to join in on this. I don't really have the troops to get this done, but I'll make a showing of it. Help out wherever I can. There's a big attack on us. There we go. I was about to say, you're going to join back in? You're just going to let me die? There's a full send on us. So that goes our chances of winning the crown. Perfectly fine with this. Still a team game. Still won. All happy to be supporting other clans in their victories, especially when they earn it like Mr. Brain. He had a very well played game. We tried our best in the position that we were given, but alas, we're just kind of stuck in some points. Didn't have the weak neighbors or the opportunities for full sends around us. But as we do start to wrap things up, we will give the claps a good sportsmanship and say GG's to all involved. And thank you guys so much for watching, especially made this fun video. If you have made this fun video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. I put up videos every day. But boys, I'll see you in the next one.